when you're doing ice, everything's fast, everything's going like 500 miles per hour. And all you think about is getting high. And then I started doing things I normally wouldn't do. I would have sex with my dealer for money. I would have sex with guys for money. I lost myself completely in 1 month. Like, it was so fast. My name is Gloria. I'm 15 years old. I'm from Lahaina, Hawaii. I started doing meth when I was 14 years old. I lost a friend that hung himself because of it, because he couldn't handle hearing all the voices he heard. My friends are selling their bodies. They're in jail. 2 of them are dead, and they're not going anywhere. They're hurting their families and hurting themselves. You go to a dead end. There's no future with ice.
Brought to you by the Hawaii Meth Project.
We stole from our parents. My mom's like, "Did you spend the rent money?" And I was like, "What you mean?" She's like, "That was for my rent." And freaking, she started crying, and I just held it all in like it was nothing. I mean, I used to care about my family, and then I started using ice. My name is Lucius. I'm 18 years old. I'm from Lanikai, Hawaii. I started doing meth when I was 12 years old. My mom used to cut open her pillow and put her wallet inside and sleep on the pillow. So hard for her to trust us. Every time we come home, we'd have to sleep downstairs. Or when we're not home, she'd have to lock the doors and the windows. Not for burglars or nothing, from us. When we were young, we'd get "I love you" from our parents like nothing. We say "I love you" to my mom, and she just nod her head and let us go.
Brought to you by the Hawaii Meth Project.
Mr. Speaker, what we just heard is what this floor presentation is all about. Did it get your attention? Did it inspire you? Did it scare you? Did it show you what meth does to our community? Today, Mr. Speaker, we have the honor of honoring the Meth Project, which is, as you know, one of the worst drugs in this nation. In fact, we are one of the capitals, if you will. We're one of the top meth populations in the nation on a per capita basis. Local law enforcement identifies meth as the state's greatest drug threat and the drug that is the most associated with property, violent crime, domestic violence, destructive impact on families, employment, education, health, human services, law enforcement, and the judiciary. And at a time when we are short of money, Mr. Speaker, meth costs our state a staggering $500 million. That's half of our budget deficit in one stroke if we get rid of meth, like we know that this program is attempting to do. The good news is that every dollar that is spent for meth prevention, it saves $10 in addiction and treatment. 1 to 10 is a tremendous ratio. Very, very good leverage. The Hawaii Meth Project has been around since June of 2009, and we were the 7th state to get behind this project, which is known for its extensive research, its integrated media campaign, like we just heard, which you've seen the versions on the video as well as the radio that we've just heard, and for its effective results. For example, the results that were measured in Montana: 63% decline in meth use among teenagers, 62% decline in meth-related crime, and 72% decline in workers testing positive for meth. Mr. Speaker, not even once can be seen on TV, as I just said, heard on the radio, and kids are talking about this all over the state. 70 to 90% of the kids hear these things, and it's usually 3 to 5 times a week. I know I've spoken to my daughter about it. She says, "Daddy, it scares me." The one video where the young lady's taking a shower, and she looks down, and the blood is running into the drain. She says, "Daddy, that scares me." And I think the meth has gotten scared out of a lot of kids because the efficacy of this program is off and running. The Meth Project, pairs public service messaging with community outreach. The project also provides a safe venue for teens to share their stories, like we just heard in the radio ad about the mother putting money in the pillow and having lost friends in death. The Meth Project has reached out to thousands of students, families, and community organizations, law enforcement personnel, and prevention treatment partners since its launch. The Not Even Once message is making a difference throughout our state, Mr. Speaker. And it's a great honor to honor that project today and to introduce the young lady at the helm who's behind this great project. I would ask Cindy Adams to stand, who is the executive director of the Meth Project. Cindy was born in Japan but grew up in Hawaii. She brings 20 years of management experience to the Meth Project. She's been in the private sector, working here and on the mainland. And while in the Bay Area, she was a volunteer working with meth-addicted babies. So she knows firsthand what this does to the new, the unborn, and then to the newly born. She is also a board member of the hugely successful Hope Probation Project, which is saving millions of dollars. And this is where you go on probation, you report, and if you don't report in, you're given consequences. That project saves millions of dollars. The Meth Project saves millions of dollars. And fellow colleagues, can we honor the Meth Project Executive Director? Thank you.
Mr. Speaker and members, if we can please recognize Carolyn and Rick Denny. Thank you. Mr. Speaker and members, please recognize Lori Lum. Mr. Speaker and members, can we please recognize Jennifer Fokum? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Speaker.
President Ward.
And there are more, because meth mobilizes a lot of people. We have some in the gallery. Mr. Speaker, if I could ask to stand to be introduced. Dana Guzman. Dana, are you here today? Dana is here. She's in the back. She's at the top. She's also an attorney. She's also committed to taking meth and getting it off the streets and out of our kids. Dana, welcome to your House of Representatives. We also have a mother-daughter team. We have Laura and Caroline Chapman. Could you two stand, mother and daughter, fighting meth in the state of Hawaii? Thank you two so much from the State House. And lastly, Brooke Wilson. Thank you, Brooke, for all that you're doing for the Meth Project. Mr. Speaker, colleagues, let's thank again all of Cindy Adam and her team and all that you're doing for the state of Hawaii and all that you're doing for the future generations by cutting off that meth addiction in this present one. Thank you so much.
I would have sex with my dealer for money. I would have sex with guys for money. I lost myself completely in 1 month. Like, it was so fast. My name is Gloria. I'm 15 years old.